dazzling undersea colors are not found exclusively on tropical reefs. Here, beneath the cool waters of North America's Pacific coast, exists an amazing world of staggering beauty. These steep escarpments are garnished with anemones of every imaginable color. And the ocean floor is covered with millions of tiny feather-like sea stars. Out through the amber glades of giant kelp and beyond the deep edge of an undersea forest lies a strange and alien landscape, carpeted by millions of diminutive sea stars. This is a star garden. These feather-like appendages are the delicate arms of brittle sea stars. They extend their 3-inch arms up into the current to capture plankton and drifting morsels of organic matter. Their fragile bodies blanket the reef, forming a natural shag carpet of kaleidoscopic color. Many species of sea star live in this star garden. Bat stars are slow-motion hunters. They pursue their prey with barely perceptible motion. Yet some animals, like this sea urchin, don't move fast enough to escape. The smaller white urchin is more agile. Swarms of these tiny predators move quickly enough to overwhelm and devour their larger cousins. Still, these battles hardly seem ferocious until viewed with time-lapse photography. Observed at 50 times normal speed, sea stars seem to be very active socially. And encounters between bat stars become elaborate dances of greeting and recognition. But viewed at normal speed, most sea stars seem to lose their personalities, becoming inanimate and motionless. In comparison, some sea stars are veritable speed demons. This 2.5-foot predator is a sun star. It will devour anything it can trap beneath its tube feet. Waves of brittle stars flee in panic. One tiny brittle star has escaped to an unlikely refuge and is now trapped on the predator's back. But the sun star's appetite is not satisfied by a diet of brittle stars. This predator is hunting more succulent prey. A scallop would do nicely. The wave of panicked brittle stars runs before the advancing predator and overwhelms the sedentary scallop. As the wave sweeps past, the mollusk is left alone and exposed in the path of the sun star. But the scallop is not helpless. Just in time, the scallop jets away, coming to rest well clear of the sun star's path. This strange resident of the Star Garden has an even stranger name. It's called a sarcastic fringehead, and this one is looking for a new home. It prefers the security of a den to being exposed out on the sand flat. This abandoned shell is perfect. Unfortunately, this rock is already home to another fringehead. And sarcastic fringeheads make poor neighbors, especially when both neighbors are males. If the newcomer is going to keep his home, he'll have to fight for it. Happily, these battles are all bluster, and the fringehead with the biggest mouth and the most aggressive display usually wins. Disagreements between fish are not uncommon here, and food can become a serious subject of argument. With some hard work, a persistent sheephead fish can open a sea urchin. While these two sheephead argue, another will probably come along and eat the disputed urchin. Out on the sand, an octopus avoids conflict by pretending to be a rock. But soon he moves off on a slithering quest for companionship. The octopus has intruded where he is not welcome. This female is not interested in companionship and is unwilling to share her comfortable den. In fact, the female will defend this rocky burrow with her life. Finally, the intruder gets the message and allows the female her privacy. There's a reason she is so protective. Deep in her den, she nurtures a brood of precious eggs. She would give her life to protect them. When they finally hatch, her life's work will be complete, and she will die. A female rock crab marches through the brittle stars on a timeless quest. This is what she searches for: a strong and handsome male. But one shouldn't appear too eager. It's always wise to play hard to get. Now, blissfully ensnared by powerful claws, the female turns to face her mate, returning his caress. The pair may hold this embrace for many days before they finally mate. Many different species of crab may be found marching through this star garden. Brittle stars writhe under the pointed feet of this kelp crab. The sheep crab is less flamboyant. He is old, and his hard shell is covered with marine growth. Younger crabs shed their shells regularly, but that process stops when a sheep crab reaches old age. Then barnacles begin to grow large and heavy, restricting the movement of his joints. But this crab's fate may be more romantic. The kelp growing on his ancient shell is buoyant. Each day, as the kelp grows, the old sheep crab will find himself lighter on his feet. Then, one day, he will lose contact with the reef entirely and simply drift away. The cold, plankton-rich waters of America's Pacific Northwest are home to an intriguing variety of enchanting creatures. Many are bizarre and unusual. Others are more familiar. Thousands of white-sided dolphins inhabit these waters. They move gracefully beneath the surface and sometimes quite gracefully above the surface as well. Beneath the surface, strong currents flow over reefs, unfurling bull kelp fronds to wave like banners in a gale. The current sweeps a rich broth of plankton over the reef, nourishing gardens of anemones, sponges, and sea stars. This strange animal is a basket star. Its tangle of serpentine arms blossom to capture plankton as the current builds. White-plumed anemones cover these reefs like snow over an alpine summit. All are nourished by plankton carried by the sea wind. Some anemones may live on the same rock for more than half a century. Although these flower-like animals may live their long lives confined to a single rock, they are not entirely immobile. And when confronted with slow-moving intruders, anemones will fight. These special elongated tentacles are venomous weapons used to sting encroaching neighbors. This anemone faces more urgent peril. A predatory leather star is moving down the slope. It eats sea anemones. It's a blind confrontation that proceeds in slow motion. Neither animal is aware of the other until they touch. First contact initiates the battle, and the anemone rises to defend itself. Venom is the anemone's first line of defense. It bends down to brush stinging tentacles across the leather star's skin. But if venom fails, and the leather star is persistent, the anemone still has one trick left. The swimming anemone simply releases its grip on the reef and swims away. Many bizarre creatures dwell in these cold waters. This is one of the strangest. It's called a ratfish, but it's more closely related to sharks than to modern fish. It hovers over the sea floor using highly sensitive organs on its nose to detect the electric fields of crustaceans and worms buried in the sand. This heavily jowled ogre is an even stranger fish. It's an 8-foot-long wolf eel. Its powerful jaws are specialized for crushing spiny prey. This is a wolf eel's supper, a purple sea urchin. The hard, sharp spines of the urchin are no match for the eel's crushing jaws. To camouflage oneself against the splendid colors of this undersea garden, an animal must adopt colors that are equally ornate. The Irish lord is such an animal. These are among the most spectacularly decorated fish in the sea. But against this reef, they nearly disappear. No two are identical in color or in pattern. The Irish lord is an ambush predator. And its favorite prey are crabs. There is a limit to the size of the crab an Irish lord can swallow, and the crab instinctively extends its legs and claws, making itself as large as possible. The crab is almost too big, but not quite. Now its only chance is its desperate grip on the lord's lower lip. The strategies of predator and prey were nearly equally matched in this conflict, but this battle is won by the hunter. It is but one of thousands of such struggles that pass silently each day. unseen and unrecorded, in this garden beneath the sea.